one of the most ambitious and disastrous military campaigns. In ancient history, the Athenian invasion of Sicily, spanning from 415 to 413 BC. This pivotal event in the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta reshaped the ancient Greek world. The story begins in 415 BC, in the midst of the Peloponnesian War, when Athens, seeking to expand its influence and secure resources, set its sights on the wealthy and powerful city-state of Syracuse in Sicily. Athens believed that controlling Sicily would provide a strategic advantage over their Spartan enemies. The Athenian assembly, swayed by persuasive speeches from leaders like Alcibiades, voted in favor of a grand expedition to Sicily. This decision was not without controversy. While some saw it as an opportunity for immense gain, others feared it would stretch Athenian resources to thin and end in disaster. The Athenian fleet, comprising over 130 ships and approximately 25,000 men, was commanded by three generals: Alcibiades, Nicias, and Lamachus. Alcibiades, a charismatic and controversial figure, was one of the primary advocates for the invasion. However, just as the fleet was about to set sail, Alcibiades was recalled to Athens to face charges of sacrilege related to the mutilation of the Hermes statues, leaving Nicias and Lamachus in charge. This sudden leadership change sowed confusion and weakened the resolve of the expeditionary force even before they embarked on their perilous journey. The Athenian armada sailed to Sicily with high hopes and confidence. Initially, the Athenians made some progress, establishing a base at Catana and winning minor skirmishes against the local forces. However, the true challenge lay ahead, besieging the fortified city of Syracuse. The Athenians underestimated the resolve and resources of the Syracusans, who were determined to defend their city at all costs. The initial successes gave the Athenians a false sense of security, masking the strategic and logistical challenges that lay ahead. The siege of Syracuse proved to be a formidable task. The Syracusans, led by capable commanders such as Hermocrates, mounted a determined defense. They fortified their city and sought assistance from their allies, including Sparta. The Athenians, meanwhile, faced logistical difficulties and struggled to maintain their supply lines across the vast distances from Athens. The rugged terrain and strong fortifications of Syracuse presented significant obstacles, turning the siege into a protracted and grueling endeavor. The longer the siege dragged on, the more vulnerable the Athenians became to counterattacks and attrition. Despite initial successes, the Athenians encountered several setbacks. The death of Lamachus in battle and the cautious leadership of Nicias hampered their efforts. Moreover, the Syracusans launched effective counterattacks, including the construction of a counterwall to block the Athenian siege works. This strategy of building counterwalls was innovative and effective, frustrating the Athenian attempts to encircle and besiege the city fully. As the siege dragged on, morale among the Athenian troops began to wane, and their supplies dwindled, making their position increasingly precarious. In the summer of 413 BC, the situation for the Athenians worsened. Gylippus, a Spartan general, arrived in Sicily with reinforcements and rallied the Syracusans. Under his leadership, the defenders launched a series of successful assaults on the Athenian positions, reversing the tide of the siege. Gylippus's arrival was a turning point, as he brought not only reinforcements, but also fresh strategies and a renewed fighting spirit to the Syracusans. The Athenians found themselves outmaneuvered and outmatched, as their initial numerical and tactical advantages evaporated. The Athenians, realizing the dire situation, attempted a retreat. However, their plans were thwarted. The Syracusans and their allies captured the Athenian fleet, effectively trapping the Athenian forces on land. The ensuing battles were brutal, and the Athenian army, weakened by disease and starvation, was decimated. The once proud Athenian force, which had set out with such high hopes and grand ambitions, found itself surrounded and systematically destroyed. The retreat turned into a chaotic rout, with many Athenians captured or killed. The aftermath of the Sicilian expedition was catastrophic for Athens. The entire Athenian force was either killed or captured, and the survivors were sold into slavery. This disastrous campaign significantly weakened Athens, both militarily and economically, and emboldened their enemies. The loss of so many men and ships was a devastating blow, stripping Athens of much of its naval power and undermining its dominance in the Aegean. The psychological impact of the defeat also shook the Athenian populace, leading to political turmoil and a loss of confidence in their leaders. The Athenian invasion of Sicily stands as a testament to the perils of over-ambition and the complexities of war. It marked a turning point in the Peloponnesian War, leading to Athens' eventual defeat by Sparta. As we reflect on this monumental event, we are reminded of the fragile nature of power and the enduring lessons of history. The story of the Sicilian expedition serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and the unpredictable nature of military ventures.